Man. It's amazing. It's amazing. I may have said, and welcome back to 30-Minute Musings, by the by. I may have said in a previous recording, I know I have to reference myself several fucking times. The ball just keeps rolling, though. But, alright, the career in radio, right? That is what it is. Sure, it can be improved upon, and that's always the hope. But just the way things are, I have that spare shit job in retail, which I want to get out of, looking for something other, well, it'll be supplementary, but still, a little bit more money in the pocket, so to speak, and all that shit, something else that I could work up with. What I'm going with, I'm trying for, get some bartending shit going, cash in hand. Now, maybe, if it could be a ritzy fucking joint. Even if bussing tables you make good coin, I wouldn't be against it because it's good coin. But I am kind of looking on the bartending scene of things. Man, it's really weird. Like, I remember back in the day, having to go to the place, pick up the application blank, fill it out, bring it back to them all written up and nice. And of course, that's how you remember your social security number and all that shit, and having to remember references or previous places of employment, their phone numbers and addresses if needed. Man, there's so much of that, I don't know if that's even relevant. Just be like, dude, all right, I worked at a place here. It still exists. Thank God for the internet. Like, I can get you, the phone number, the address, but back in the day, couldn't really do that. If you didn't have that locked into memory, you would hope it was at least on the pay stub, before everybody started doing direct deposit. I admit it took me a while to do that too, but even these online applications, some of it is so ridiculous. It's almost like I'm bored at work and need something to do to occupy my brain kind of thing. Like, it's bad. It's like 100 questions where it's, there's no wrong answer. Just click what applies to you. Whether it's strongly disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree. Like 100 of those fucking questions. Are you kidding? Dude, really? Or even if it was 50, how many of those questions do you need? Like, I'm not trying to be, I'm not fresh out of high school looking to be a bag boy at a supermarket with hopes of being manager someday. Like, I'm not, come on. I don't even know where to, it's just irritating as fuck to think they would actually do that. And one place that I applied at, watch, I'll actually get the job. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, though, but you know the kind of jobs that I'm looking for. The one place, they had an entire section, a few clickable pages worth of, well, let's see how, quick you are on your feet, or problem solving, blah, blah, your listening skills and reading skills. Reading skills? I'm looking to be a fucking bartender, not an educator. Like, this is not, like, I'm not trying to go with, be a special education teacher where shit like that is probably needed. Just Jack and Coke, Miller Lite. Come on, that's it. That's all I need. I don't need to. Gary and Deborah have been married for 17 years and have 4 children, Matt being the oldest. And there's this big elaborate fucking paragraph of a story about, they're going camping for the weekend up in the mountains and like, which of their children has asthma? Well, it says Susan, because she has asthma fits in the thin air, up in the mountains. Right? Yeah, god damn. How does that pertain to fucking bartending or anything in that job? Whether it's bussing tables or serving or whatever. What does that have to do with any of it? I mean, I clicked white, Caucasian, non-Hispanic, language, English, age, what you put in your date of birth. Like, is that not convincing enough? For fuck's sakes. You want me to tell you about Greg and Deborah's fucking children? That's the kind of shit that, like, oh my god, that felt like schoolwork. That, honest to Christ, felt like fucking schoolwork. Boy, I hope the money's better. Because all that schoolwork shit really didn't get you much. You know, bagging groceries and shit like that. God damn. It's upsetting to think, like, I should have not even finished that application. Because if that's the tests that they have to give people to fucking sign up, that's kind of, oh, by the way, emergency vehicles, 2 police over there at that complex. No joke, but it is 1:45 in the morning. At any rate, it's upsetting that a place would give like all that kinds of shit on their fucking website. Like, that seems really degrading. Like, is that the kind of place that I want to work at? If they're, because that's demeaning, if you ask me. If you're giving your application that kind of fucking dressing up, I don't know if I want to work there. I don't, because you're going to pay me as little as possible, right? It's like, if you're going to be having me answer those kinds of questions and problem solving and simple mathematics, like, dude, okay, number one, I am good with simple math. We don't need no cross, multiply, divide. I don't need to find x, and there is no square root bullshit worry about with a fucking working as a bartender. There's not. And plus, the cash register probably does everything anyway. I always argued with, when I was in college I had to take a fucking math class or two. And I always argued, like, why do I need to know this? I'm going for broadcasting. That's my major. I'm not going for yacht design. I'm not going for any sort, I don't even know if the school had fucking architecture. Those people need to find X. They need good geometry and all that shit. I do not. Why do I need this? Well, because no. Unless I stumble across a fucking hundreds-year-old treasure map, I hope to never fucking need to find X. Ever in my fucking life. No chance. I want nothing to do with it. Fuck numbers, I guess. I bet that could be the title of this thing. Well, fuck, X is not a number. Maybe to the Romans it means 10, but goddamn. I don't mind finding me a 10, but I'm clearly not talking Roman numerals, nor am I talking algebra. If I'm looking to find a 10, oh, she'd better be worth it. Damn. Whew. There might be a lot of yawning in this one, not gonna lie. Shoulda wore my glasses, because my contact lenses have been failing. And I'm not even on I-95 yet, and it's 1:45 in the a.m. Well, thank God it's a Monday night, technically a Tuesday morning, so shouldn't be too many stupids on the road. If it was the weekend, yeah, I'd be fairly concerned. But damn, simple mathematics. Yeah, I was arguing with the professor. I don't know. The mathematician. Like, that's your profession, really. Like, you have to love the fuck out of numbers. And in our system, there's only 10 of them, 0 through 9. Every number you can think of is compressed of 10 digits, 10 numbers. That's it. Holy shit. That's too crazy. But I was arguing with them, like, why do I need to learn this? A calculator will figure it out for me. It will. Now, I might need to figure out parts of it. What is the area of this? Well, give me the calculator. This plus this plus this. There's your what? That's area, isn't it? Pi times radius squared. Diameter, I don't know. Why the fuck do I need to know that, though? As a communications major in broadcasting, I don't need to know that shit. If anything, I would need engineering. Or like, to be an electrician, to rig up these fucking systems. Oh, this microphone fucking, we don't have a spare, we don't have a backup, but the wires are a little frayed or a little fucked up. Can you fix these? Maybe something like that. Hell, even the people that I know are engineers. It's something along the lines of, they're not told how it works, they're just told how to make it work. How to hook it up, so to speak, how to wire it, or whatever. So even them, but that's something that I would more so have to deal with. Now, I need to know how to properly route up a a soundboard and shit like that. You know, line 1, in, out, all that shit. Bus 1, bus 2, mix minus. That's all technical bullshit. I'm no wizard with it, but when you start talking with it, okay, I understand what you're generalizing at the very least. I am no electrician, I'm no engineer, but I get what you're trying to, decipher to my brain. Fuck if I need x in pi times radius squared, cosine, tangent, and all that bullshit. Don't need it. So why was there shit like that on this fucking application for a bartending job? Simple math, I get. I don't need to worry about Greg and Susan and their 4 fucking children. Yeah. Fuck them. I hope they run out of food. There's a snowstorm at the fucking cabin. Up in the mountains, and they have to resolve the cannibalism. Who would you go after in that regard? Me? I'd either go for the fat kid or the young one. Nice tender chew, right? Hopefully you got enough fucking Sweet Baby Ray's to slam dunk that son of a bitch. You want to talk about good set of spare ribs? Yeah, either the fat one or the youngest one. If I'm going cannibalistic, that's what I'm doing. My friend, oh fuck, I didn't see what that plate was. It looked not of this state. State of your license plate, lad. You're so fucking out there. You're not even from here. The state of your fucking vehicle. That was overly done Irish, but shout out to OSW Review on that one. The state of your fucking license plate. You know, I'm behind the guy. I don't want to get so up on his rear end. Like, he's right in front of me. And we're kind of going through a little bit of construction. Oh, it's over. Construction's over. So let me just fucking get on. Oh, if I pass him on this side. Gas pedal, gas pedal. What is that? Like, I can't see. It's almost tucked underneath. God damn, what are you? I can't even tell. Like, his license plate cover thing, you know, like, oh, Smith Toyota of fucking Los Angeles. It's like covering up the state. I couldn't see. Oh, well. Anyway, cannibalism. That's what we were talking about. No, friends of mine, we had discussed that one time amongst the group that was sitting with us. And it was kind of like, you know, that stranded on a desert island kind of thing. Yeah, we're going all over the place. Now, this is what 2 a.m. will do to your fucking brain. Fucking find x, pi times radius square, cannibalism. Yeah, I hope I get that job, by the way, right? That'll be great. Then I'll just drop the 411 altogether and make fun of their goddamn online application process. But no, friends of mine, we were all sitting just in a bullshit session. Same thing. Deserted island, cannibalism. It's like, who would end up getting, you know, whether it came down to being killed or whatever. I would be chosen last. I would probably be the sole survivor of the cannibalistic island. Because of my mildly athletic build, and I'd probably be, you know, tough and stringy to chew, I wouldn't be a good supple... I'd be tougher than a $2 steak. That was the reasoning, essentially. That little fucking guy there, look at him, he's wiry. He's really wiry and stringy. I mean, granted, amongst all of us sitting there, I may have been the youngest. But I mean, no, this was whatever. This was before I moved to Florida, I'll say that much. So this is a good 10, 12 years ago when that little discussion was brought up. Where it was basically, well, there's not much to him. I mean, he's not like brick muscle where it would be tough, but it's, come on, there's not much to him. You wouldn't get much of a meal out of him. And even still, you know, he's stringy, he's fucking wiry. It's like the lazier ones of the bunch, and they'd openly admit to it, I'm not name dropping. They said, they pointed out, like, you son of a bitch, you would be succulent. You would probably taste great. fucking stuff an apple in your face like you were a pig, put you on that spit and rotate you around. Like, I suppose to those who were privy to the conversation, they would know it, but they'd be like, yeah, just burn off the body hair and he'd be good to go. After you get through that, he'd probably be good eats. Just rotate him like a rotisserie chicken there on the fucking spit over the fire. Shove an apple in his mouth, a little bit of pineapple on the side. It would literally be like a nice, like a pulled pork sandwich. Like, but Mike, we would eat you last if it came down to it. Which I guess would mean I'd be the last. Well, not even survivor. I could starve to death on my own. I'd be the last one though on the menu, I guess. You're going to the hell was that? Lord of the Flies, right? Like if it came down to that, where deserted island kind of thing, blah blah blah, and we all start going fucking nuts and like killing off each other. Somehow we turned that into cannibalism, and that's where the story went. So yeah, going back to the problem-solving question on that goddamn online application, I hope that family takes their trip to the fucking mountains, they get snowed in, and it's so bad they have to resolve the cannibalism. Yes, fuck that family and everything that they represent. Fuck them in the ear, fuck them. Yes, in the ear, you heard me. Unless you had something in your ear, which, to each their own. But I'll repeat myself, in case you had something wrong, lodging your fucking... In case something was hammering your anvil. Ha ha! Oh, knee slapper. That's a double pun, goddammit. Think about it. If something was hammering your anvil, fuck him in the ear. Get it? Get it? Come on. That's clever shit. You didn't fucking think of it. This is what 1:45, 2 a.m. on the road is like in my world. Splendid. God damn. A little tired though. Gotta pull out the contact lenses, that's for sure. They need a good flush and a rinse and a cleaning and a... Kind of cruising though. I-95 is fairly wide open. Nothing in the skies. Well, of course, it's 2 a.m. If there's a flight coming in this late or leaving this late, Jesus Christ, they're up to no good. That would probably be from the executive airport, and it's probably drugs. Even the sky's wide open. I mean, I think a storm rolled through when I was at work, so maybe it's cloudy and the sky is not full, but you know what I mean. No emergency helicopters, no fucking, no commercial planes, no private jets. Woo! Good old AC going. Yeah, because that little bit of rain that rolled through, I don't even know how much, but when I stepped outside out of the studio, well, not out of the studio, out of the building, walking to my car, they're pretty humid. Got in the car, nice, cool, and dry. Got the AC going now. That much better, Clark. Real nice. Getting close to my exit. This might be a perfect 30 minutes. You know, so I'm going to fly up a little bit. This car wants to go make a move, do something. I'm going to pass him. Fucking crack the whip, get behind me, let's do this. Pass this semi like he ain't nothing. He ain't not a nothing. I don't even know what that means. Name that movie, though. I'll do that from time to time. There's just ongoing things that'll happen. Why is this guy, like, coming back behind me now? I gotta get over this way my damn self. Don't you blockade me out. I will fight you. Solid kick right to the fucking neck. That's what I'll do to you. Yeah, let me take the exit. Jesus. Whew. I mean, if I had dash cam right now, you'd see the highway pretty much wide open. Why is that guy got to be fluttering around me? Moth to a flame. Dummy. Well, if it was a woman, bimbo. Those are kind of my go-to, comedically insulting words. Dummy and bimbo. Anybody can be a dummy, but I mean, I do try to differentiate. I know bimbo sounds a little harsh, a little more harsh than dummy, obviously. And I think I've spoken about this in a previous recording, but a little refresher. Just keeping this shit rolling, that's all I'm doing. Man, well, okay, there's my exit. Like, I'm cruising home now. If I get green lights, we're good to go. What's my time check here? I just got 20 minutes done, and I got just under 9:40 to go. Yeah, I'm gonna hit my parking spot. Unless there's a shit ton of red lights and, like, emergency vehicles got me pulled over. Or if I get pulled over, I'm sure that, too, would take over. Wouldn't that be fun, almost? I mean, as long as I don't get a ticket, but getting pulled over, I'd almost start up a new recording just so I could fucking get this shit, get it taken care of. Get that listened to. See how that goes. Wowee. Powerline Road. Otherwise, it's North 845 if you're looking on a state map. 845, well, Sunrise Boulevard. Fuck, this is something. Is this 842? I love that. People that at the front of the fucking line and they're looking at their phone or some shit. The light goes green. Well, they were going left. Them lefty arrows, they don't stay lit up too long. Person behind them honk. Nothing. Honk again. How's that phone, by the way? If I can give a shout out to Johnny on that one. I say that all the time too. If anybody who really knows that reference? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do, but who knows that reference that listens to my shit? Yeah, that's the difference. Every time somebody's sitting at a fucking light and it goes green and they're there for like way too long, it's always just, how's that phone, by the way? Meaning you're not paying attention to what the fuck we're doing. You know, plug in, get connected, eyes on the road, two hands on the wheel, don't be a dummy or a bimbo. How's that phone, by the way? Dummy. God, I love it. And these are some of the things that kind of stir around my head as it's happening. Now, I might say, if I'm just driving to work, whatever, radio on, listening to whatever, usually sports talk bullshit, not gonna lie. I mean, that is the career profession that I'm aiming towards, so that's a pretty decent interest of mine. But whatever I'm listening to, somebody, blah, 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 listening to whatever, maybe I comment on, like, nope, they shouldn't make that trade, it's a bad trade. Yeah, just kind of just like that. But then somebody at a light, fucking sitting there, they get honked at. How's that phone, by the way? So the fact that I'm recording all of this shit that I just, think about, even better. Oh, great, a red light, and this might be somebody begging for money. Because I can't do it, man. I can't do it like I got nothing to spare. But no, that was just... No, a guy begging for some coinage, actually. Which you can't say that's surprising at 2 a.m. But I mean, when you're standing around talking to yourself... I'm driving around talking to myself, but I have a car. I'm not begging for money. I might ask for a raise, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're sitting by the train tracks. Oh, fuck me with a yellow light. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people out here, begging for this and that, handouts. Hey, maybe times are tough, but I mean, when you're out here at 2 a.m., that's not a good sign. It's just not. Nothing good happens from 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. That's when a lot of your, I've consumed way too many substances arrests happen, Well, and for the person who, if they're strung out and asking for money at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the top of the fucking on-ramp, with a cardboard sign, disabled U.S. veteran, God bless, anything will do. Can't buy into much of it, just can't. I forgot where I was going until that light went red and I had to stop and somewhat talk to the guy. I didn't even roll down my window. He'll be okay. Hey, if he made it till 2 a.m., he should be fine. And I know that sounds like a crooked thing to say. I'm not the richest guy around to begin with. If I were, and let's just say, like a good amount of fucking, what do they call it, disposable income, I would do plenty of donations, but I would go straight to, like, the shelters. I wouldn't just give it to a person with their hand out on the corner. Some of them are completely full of shit. Some of them, they're just going straight for drugs. You buy them food, you give them something, like, I guess, tangible. Money is tangible, don't get me wrong, but the sandwich, you can eat. The money, wow, you can do whatever you want with that. You can go buy you some fucking crack. I forgot where I was going before that guy was standing there yammering to himself and asking for something. Oh well. You know what the good part is? I'm pretty much home. And I still got time on the recorder. Which is good. I kind of like that. Damn near 2 a.m. Yeah, because my clock is fast. A good cruise home, though. 30-minute musing? I think not. Park my car, wedge this sumbitch in here real good, like fucking cordwood or sardines. I mean, jammed in there good like sodomy. I mean, in there. Yeah, God, that's terrible. That's terrible. Here's a bad one for you. It's funny, but it's bad. Speaking of sodomy, that's, well, now let me explain the joke so it makes it a little more funnier if I ever bring it up, anymore, and I probably will. Yeah, parking real snug in this spot. Yeah, I say sodomy, ha ha ha. The joke behind that one is, old radio station I was working at, buddy of mine, actually the one I have production meetings with now, we're still idiot kids in our brains, you know what I mean? Like, we're still like, 21-year-old fucking, fart jokes are still cool. Well, I forgot how it originated, but we combined the two. We were able to get polar opposites. About 2.5 minutes here to explain. And, something had come up, and it's like, dude, that's shitty. It's like, no, man, that's shittier than butt sex. And I mean, just to say butt sex is funny. Just admit it, it is. It's like, dude, that's shittier than butt sex. And we kind of got a good laugh out of that one. But then, like, a couple of weeks later, something really cool happened, and not even thinking about it. It was a total shoot from the hip on his part. And I believe it, like, I started as like, dude, that was awesome, dude. That was tight. And he's like, that was tighter than butt sex. So right there, I mean, we lose it laughing. Because, okay, if it's bad, it's shittier than butt sex. If it's cool, it's tighter than butt sex. Yeah, it's terrible. But take that as you will. This phrase might come along somewhere else down the road. Shittier than butt sex, tighter than butt sex. Keep in mind these are labeled explicit, but these may come up down the road, so I guess if there's any good way to end it, it's definitely sodomy. So, till we meet again, I'll catch your ass down the road. Oh boy, how do you finish that out any better?